Okay, living standards in each state based on an index that includes life expectancy,
Okay.
education, cost of living, adjusted spending, hours worked, and inequality.
A lot of interesting topics in there, like long life. And if they would have put taxation in there, we probably would have fell to the bottom. But
Yeah. Hey, we're only at what, 9.3%?
I can't look at that stuff. I get
It's
stressed.
only 9.3% more than South Dakota and Florida, just so you know.
All I know is I got a meeting up there in Alex with my lake lot I've got where they want to charge $3,000 a year for a lake lot in taxes, and there's no building on it yet. And I'm like, wait a minute, what improvements am I receiving, or what draw on society am I putting in there other than value? So they value it higher, but I'm like, doesn't that seem wrong for raw land? And I'm putting no stress on the schools. Don't even plow my street. I'm not up there.
What was it before, Andy?
It just recently developed. So last year it was like 1,000, which I honestly thought it was going to be around that 1,800 to 2,000.
Well,
And then it comes in almost at 3, and I'm like, what the heck?
Share
I think
the-
everybody just, threw up a little bit when they got their estimated tax values recently. Everybody's taxes went up.
Will you share the price of what the lot cost or not?
No, I'm
Well,
not.
I mean, that makes a difference. If I got to analyze this, I got to know all the facts.
You worry about yourself.
An interesting thing though, because I saw one of these infographics like about a week ago, and it was talking about depression and suicide and those things. And Minnesota was one of the highest ones. So even though it's got some of the best living standards, it also the most people kind of sad.
Well, and someone would argue that your living standards are higher because you are taxed higher, so they can provide more for you in theory, right? In that big brother perspective. But I'm seeing a lot of people looking for less government, moving farther north, trying to get away from the feeling of having more control. If they don't move to Arizona or South Dakota or Florida, they're moving up north, and not everybody. I mean, I'm talking a small percentage of population, but there's some people that have that rebel blood in them, and they want to just be free and not have anybody telling them what to do, and independence is their thing.
Obviously, we live here and we sell it and we do all that stuff, and so there is a lot of good things about Minnesota, even if there's things you maybe don't agree with. I think you start to choose the things that you do and what you can control, and you move forward.
You and I have survived through all these. I mean, we've been Minnesota guys our whole careers and our whole lives, for that matter. And so we jokingly say this stuff because I think we both love where we live, but there's always room for improvement. Don't let them get away with thinking they don't need to improve.
Yeah, I just can't believe that they're charging $3,000 on a lake lot that only costs $20,000. So
I know.
Crazy.
I actually got it for free because they felt bad for me. Because they were like, "Oh, you're in real estate. You need a place to relax."
Did you get any TIF financing for that?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
I'm putting up low-income housing out there. I'm gonna right on the lake, right on the point. I don't know. I'm sure let's focus on other things, right? Like Chris's wealth.
I think by the time we get done with this show, Nick, he's gonna be fine paying $3,000 of taxes up there. Just saying.
Nobody feels sorry. I get it. Ooh.
Well, let's cheer for Minnesota. We're good.
Thanks for finding that chart.
This might not be too good. This is the bad news. So we're losing the Hilton. Minneapolis's Hilton is foreclosed on.
Oh boy.
What do you guys think about that?